Hello, Claudia.
Hi, Nadia. Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Good.
Could you please tell me when the Gateway was first established?
The Gateway in Calgary was first established in 1984. Our mother church is in England, although actually they just shut down a couple of years ago. But the mother church was in England, and they were established in the early 1940s. Frank Jones, who comes here, used to come here, he's 97 now. He was from the Gateway in England, and he's given us lots of education about how the Gateway over there was funded. Mm-hmm. But people from the Gateway in England had an acting troupe, and they traveled the world, and they traveled to New York. From New York, a group of them came to Calgary, and they set up the Gateway in Calgary. This Gateway was Ken Saunders. He was the first minister here, and he came from the Gateway in England. Mm-hmm. And he, when he was in New York, he got Karen Vogeley, who was our first minister after Ken left, and we've just grown from that.
Awesome. And how did you get involved?
Oh, I got involved actually out of grief. My sister was passing, and it was 2004, and I came here in grief and got lots of guidance and lots of support after she passed to spirit, and I've been here ever since. Mm-hmm. I since then took, I had one ordination from San Diego at that time, but when I came here and Karen died and the board asked me to become the minister, I was thrilled, but scared silly. And I took a Canadian ordination as well because I wanted to be able to do weddings. Mm-hmm. So I got the Canadian ordination from the Spiritual Church of Canada in Ontario in 2011. So I've been here since 2004.
Yeah. And
love every minute of it. This is my peace.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's lovely. What do you see as the most important aspect of spiritualism?
Oh, really, it's the very basics of spiritualism, and that's mediumship. And that's some people who have the talent can raise their energy enough to meet with somebody in spirit who has passed over. The people in spirit have to lower their vibration because their vibration is a lot higher than ours. So they lower their vibration, and the mediums raise their vibration, and the mediums can get messages from spirit. To us, that's proof. That's proof of life, proof of survival, proof of another life after we pass. And then people get their messages. Mm-hmm.
And what does that do for your congregation? Does it help them in any way?
It really does. What it does, it gives them the proof. It gives them comfort. It gives them the comfort of knowing that whoever's passed is still there, is still with them, is still looking over them, mm-hmm. is passing them messages when they have the opportunity to do that. So it gives them a sense of comfort with their loved ones who have passed. And hopefully it will lessen the fear of their own dying, of their own passing, as they know it's not the end, it's not all there is.
Yeah. Thank you. Tell me about the education you offer here.
Oh, the largest education we offer here would be our circles. Mm-hmm. We have circles where we have various degrees of learning and education. Monday night, Amanda has a mediumship circle, pure mediumship, that she's running here. Tuesday night, Anna has run her circle for many years, and right now it's a drop-in circle, so it is also mediumship, and at least one Tuesday a month she dedicates to trance education, and that's a very popular evening. I run a beginner's class Wednesday night. So we mostly do connecting with sitting in the power. So we learn to recognize the power of the divine is different from our own power. So we go down to our own power and then move to the power of the divine. But this year we're also going to do healing. Everyone in the Wednesday night circle is a healer, whether they know it or not, is just there. So we're going to start doing healing exercises and things like that. And there will be lots of other things that we do, but right now the focus is on connecting with spirit, and from that will become psychic intuitive events and mediumship, really beginning mediumships, and people just being more comfortable understanding that they can do it. But I think the healing is going to be well received as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, so am I.
Good.
And lastly, I understand that there's a story about this pulpit.
I'm just going to go back a little and
Okay.
tell you something about some other education
Oh
things
yes,
we do.
of course.
We do workshops fairly regularly, probably at least once a month. We have a 2-day workshop for developing these mediumship kind of skills. We have visiting mediums that come over to us from the UK and from Ontario. Reverend Sandra Wadowich and Reverend Adaraya Waugh are both from Ontario, and they've been out teaching here, and we certainly look forward to them coming back. We kind of get caught up in the romance of somebody coming from another country, when really we have really valuable educators in this country as well. And so we will be promoting them, as well as they'll be coming here to educate us. And really, even you can call the Sunday service education. We have meditations, and we have talks or sermons, if you want to call them, on a ton of different things: pre-birth contracts, reincarnation, descriptions of energy at all the soul levels, like a baby soul and a child soul and an adult soul and an old soul, and what people can expect in those. And all those souls levels, another subject, but all those soul levels take hundreds of lives and many years to complete all those things. So
Awesome.
we do have a lot of education that we can offer here.
Yes. And again, then lastly, I know that there's a story about this pulpit.
The pulpit.
May I hear it?
Yes. I come from a very small town in Manitoba, Binscarth, Manitoba. And Binscarth has a reunion once every 10 years. And when I went home a couple of years ago for the Binscarth reunion, annual 10-year reunion, the church that I was raised in had shut, which was very sad. But one of the elders of the church took me as a tour through the church. It was really sad because it was old, and anyway, but they gifted me with this pulpit while I was there. I was married in front of this pulpit. My kids were baptized in front of this pulpit. So they fit it in the back seat of my car, and I got it here. And I asked the board's permission if we could have this as a church pulpit, and indeed we do. And I stand in front of it at least once a week, and it was just a wonderful gift that they gave to me.
Yeah, that is wonderful. Thank you so much, Claudia.
Well, thank you, Nadia.